Hey guys, today I've decided to show a game of me playing Blitz. And Blitzcrank's one of my favorite champions in the game. I just find him incredibly fun to play. It's really satisfying when you pull off a really nice grab. And once your team's doing well and you're doing well as Blitzcrank, you pull someone, it's a kill. It's awesome. You can just keep feeding off people. So he's really good at protecting teammates because you can pull people off people. You have a CC, amazing CC. First of all, the grab. Let's say the grab is his #1 skill. It can pull someone from a fairly large distance, I would say at least. It's not the longest skill shot in the game, that's for sure, but it's definitely one of the longer ones. The only thing is, there is a delay before the grab comes out, and people are so afraid of it that a lot of people will try to avoid it. Some people don't, and you just kind of get a feel according to what level of play you're playing at, or who the player is, how good they are at juking. You just gotta kind of, even as the game goes on, like, I try to hit like maybe at least 70% of my grabs, but certain players will get you a couple times the first time because they kind of know when you're gonna grab them, and they'll juke right when you think you're going to grab them, so you got to trick them in other ways. It's just kind of a mind game between you and the other players. But anyhow, I'm taking Ghost and Flash. The only reason I'm doing that is because I just got Flash. I just hit level 12 on this account. This is my Smurf account, and I'm only playing Blitz on this account. I bought him at level 1. I bought the skin for him. I'm only going to play Blitz on this account, and currently I'm 25 wins and 4 losses with him, which isn't bad. This game in particular, I'm just playing with some other level 30 friends of mine, and everyone is pre-made here except for the Annie, who's a random. So I assume that the other team is at least some of them are pre-made. I don't know about how many of them. So the game's just loaded. I'm gonna buy a Mechie pendant. Normally, on my normal Blitz, I would start Rejuvenation and build into Philosopher's Stone as first item. Sorry, because Blitz, like, normally you lane with the carry, because a lot of people wanted to play in support. I honestly like laning with the support as Blitz, where you can get all the CS, but a lot of the time you're not going to be allowed to have the CS, unfortunately, because Blitz is actually really, really strong with farm. So yeah, I'm laning with Katarina, and we basically just share the CS this game. But on my main, a lot of the time I'm expected to play support Blitz, so I usually rush GP5 items like Philosopher's Stone. Gives you all the mana regen you need. Fortunately, it doesn't make your mana shield stronger because it doesn't give you mana, just mana regen. And Heart of Gold, because that gives you a little bit more survivability. And with that, you can buy wards with that amount of money, and eventually, after, I'll build into Triforce eventually, and I'll get cooldown boots. I always get cooldown boots on Blitz. Like, I know some people get like Merc Treads and other forms of tenacity, but I don't know. I find I don't really require it on him because he's really fast anyways, and he's got that mana shield, which will usually allow you to live most situations. And lower cooldown means you can use your W more often, which makes you faster. Blitz with max CDR is absolutely ridiculous. Like, his Power Fist is normally a 5-second cooldown, but it becomes a 3-second cooldown, so you get a pretty significant CC every 3 seconds, which you can use to protect people, basically lock people in place, especially if you have any additional slow in that. No, I was just screwing around there. That was kind of pointless. But anyhow, we're going into lane. But yeah, ultimately, I play Blitz as a peeler. I know I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but I'm not very experienced at doing this. So yeah, we're just going for lane. Like, I could have grabbed him, but we don't really, I don't know. He flashes, whatever. I was trying to go for Aurelia there, just psych them out. If you can get an early grab right away, sometimes I don't know, it makes people play really defensive, and you can see us really easily. But yeah, they got a lot more sustained damage than we have, so we're just gonna, we play a little bit more aggressive than we actually probably should, because we take some unnecessary damage. But ultimately, we do a pretty decent job. So, as you see there, I just pulled Heimer. I pulled him right between the minion waves, because in between the two minion waves, there's a gap. And there's not a lot of room for error here. You've got to really pay attention that the minion that you grab, you have to get it right on. I use the circle instead of the arrow because I find it easier to hit the grabs when they're near minions. I don't know. It gives you a bigger radius, and for some reason I find it quicker to aim with the circle. I don't. Maybe that's just my feeling, but I find the arrow gets like all messed up and you face it the wrong way sometimes. Whereas the circle, I like if you just point and click on the circle where you want to aim rather than the arrow. You see the whole big arrow and it messes me up. We'll just CSing. Pretty standard. Get the tower CS when I can. I don't do that great of a job, but I don't really try. This is late at night, this game, so I'm not really playing my best. And I don't try that hard anyways, normally. But anyways, I think I was talking about why I got Meki Pennant. Just because I have crazy mana problems because I don't have the mana regen mastery from support. No, I'm running Strength of Spirit because that'll give me the strongest lightning presence because of the HP regen. So, and since I'm going mana meter, you get quite a bit of HP regen out of Strength of Spirit. But normally, I go GP5, Rush Triforce. But in these games, I've been playing rushing mana meter, getting cooldown boots. That has been my core, and it works pretty good when you don't have rings of masteries. But I'm playing against level 30s right now, I believe, because I have 4 level 30s in the game right now, so I can imagine that the other team is mostly 30s. And yeah, you saw me attempt to grab there in between the minions again. It was close, but it's whatever. Different Blitz players have different views. Like, I know Double Lift doesn't run any mana regen, so he's like, oh, you should only grab if you know you're gonna hit or whatever. But there's a lot of grabs that, like that one right